Well, that was a statement game for the Detroit Lions, for Dan Campbell, and for John Morton. All the boys. Let's Talk Lions. Woo! Welcome back to an all-new episode here at Let's Talk Lions. My name is Jay. Yeah, man, yesterday you got Lions-Bears. And Lions put up a total of 52 on their 21. And really, there were multiple occasions where the Lions should have walked away. They had 2 takeaways, plus the Bears go 4 and out 2 times. There were multiple occasions for the Lions. Jake Bates misses that field goal for them to put up even more than they did. I don't know if they would have. I don't think they were looking to embarrass Ben Johnson. But really what I'm saying here and beginning this is it was a statement game. It wasn't an attempt to make Ben Johnson look less than. I think it was the attempt to say, you left this for that in this division. And, it's going to be really interesting because what I do want to do is give the Bears the benefit of the doubt that poor Bears fans think in this moment, like, hey, we get Ben Johnson, we have Caleb Williams, we have Roma, like we've got a pretty good squad that is building, that's getting better. Man, this is going to be great. And it's starting out like Rocky Road ice cream, where you're like, this should be good. Uh-oh. So, yeah, man, I look at it like the Bears, they will be good in time. They really will. When you have somebody like Ben Johnson, you have that mastermind. They will be good in time. I think the one thing that you got to look at with Caleb Williams is the first quarter, and then even last week against the Vikings, the first half, Caleb Williams has all the flashes. He has everything that you look at it, you're going to be like, man, this guy could be a great quarterback. And I don't feel bad, but at the same time, like I understand for him last year, this is basically a do-over of his rookie season because, I mean, last year was so egregious, the talk regarding film and nobody helping him and just a bizarre situation. So for him coming in with a guy like Ben Johnson, making him drink out of the fire hose, it's a tough start. It's a tough beginning for this career for him. And quite frankly, though I feel bad for the human being, I don't feel bad because it's the Bears. You know what I'm saying? So first and foremost, a statement game. Even listening to Brian Branch after the game be like, yeah, we felt betrayed. You know, you go in division. There's no hard feelings for Aaron Glenn going to the Jets. Like you want to see these guys succeed. But man, for you to go to the Chicago Bears just across the Riverbend, Pocahontas style, and then just be like, hey man, we're going to crush you. We're going to crush you. We're going to establish our dominance. Now, what I find interesting here is the fact that last week, you look at how the Lions get rolled by the Packers. And then you look at the Packers against Washington. Within 2 weeks, I think it is very clear that the Packers are a good team. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're good. They're good, and they've just gotten better. They are so well coached under the floor. And really, the addition of Micah Parsons just elevates everything. Last week, the Lions get rolled, and you got all these people, pundits, and national media kind of sucks, let's be honest. They just have narratives, and they follow them, and they love them, and that's all they build upon, and they try to rile us up. So, like, when you as a Lions fan, when myself as a Lions fan, when we watch that game against the Packers, it's like, okay, there's some problems, and the problems are the O-line. The problems are the O-line. And some people are calling for John Morton, this, and that. It's stagnant. And yeah, it was stagnant. But things weren't developing because of the O-line. Now, you watch us against a worse team, by and large, the Chicago Bears, but the O-line was able to do their job, and it literally didn't miss a beat. The offense looked exactly like it did last year. Minus, the run game definitely struggled to get going, but the passing game, because of the protection from the O-line, because Tate Ratledge got his reps against Green Bay last week, like you could see, there's development and they're getting better. And this O-line, if they just play the way they did, man, this Lions offense is going to roll. Again, you're playing a bad Bears team. Now, what's interesting is the Bears played the Vikings last week, right? And in that first half, you're like, man, are the Bears good? Is Ben Johnson, did he unlock? This is going to be... And then Minnesota comes back and they find a way because Kevin O'Connell is the coach that he is with the roster that he has, and the Bears collapse in the second half. And then we prove this week, yeah, you're not ready yet. You're not ready yet. You get rolled 52-21, like the Bears aren't where they need to be. Do I think they're going to get there? Yeah, I think they're going to be great. I think they can be great. It's just a matter of how everybody develops and what Ben Johnson does and the culture that's established. But then you look at Minnesota against Atlanta, and you're like, JJ is a rookie quarterback by and large. Now, within 2 weeks, it's always tough to, like, you can see which teams are going to be great, which team, like, I look at Philly and you're like, oh boy, here we go again. Buffalo, oh boy, here we go. And with the Lions, you're like, oh, okay, it was rocky, but the Lions are who the Lions are. There's no questions asked to me other than the O-line. And seeing them develop, seeing them get better, Tate Ratledge, Mahogany, and Glasgow at center, like, and then Sewell plays to the caliber we know him as, Decker, great. So really what you're looking at is Packers-Lions. Right off the bat, you're like, okay, these are two great teams. They are great teams. The Lions are who they are, and the Packers have elevated. Meanwhile, Minnesota taking a major step back under a rookie quarterback, and like kind of, there's this flash week one, but week one's a liar, bro. Anything can happen. Anything. And you look at some of these teams that, like, the Lions struggled and we look terrible. People are like, oh, they're dead. Meanwhile, you got, like, last year, you look at the Saints. You have these teams that are popping off in the beginning. And again, it's a matter of that methodical upward trajectory. And the Lions needed this game. We needed to establish dominance and show, that this is the same squad. John Morton, I think what was so great was watching him just dial it up and be like, don't worry, everybody. Everything's fine. Now, we do need to see more out of the run game. I got to go back and really watch and figure out where some of those problems were coming in. But just off the top of my head, sleeping on it, looking, I'm like, Lions and Packers hovering at the top, and Minnesota kind of showing, you got a rookie QB, and the Bears showing, y'all thought this was going to be a ride because you got Ben Johnson, but you have to establish culture. You have to you got to get Caleb Williams up to work, because there's those moments where you're like, man, Caleb Williams, he could do this, but he kind of just crumbled underneath the pressure coming in. And man, Tyleik Williams, let's just talk about rookie Tyleik Williams getting his hands up multiple times, deflecting the ball. It was a great game. It was a great game for the Lions, and I think it was the boost that Detroit needed. And it's crazy because, man, the Bears defense just couldn't do anything yesterday. They could not stop a thing. They were basically non-existent, man. Watching the Lions put up 52, they had a couple good stops again on the turnovers on downs, and then also the interception, which Kirby, my boy, with that pick. So beautiful. Laying out full extension. But it is worth noting, some things that you got to really take in here is Goff. I mean, when you look at Goff and you look at what he was able to do, listen, man, of course, everybody wants a mobile quarterback now. Like, that's just the way of the game. But looking at a true pocket passer, and you see what he did, I got Pride of Detroit here. I'm looking, and some of the stats they have. First in passing touchdowns last week 2. First in passing touchdowns with 5. First in passer rating at a 156. First in completion percentage. First in yards per attempt at 11.9. And second in completion percentage. What was just so great was seeing him jump into his own and jump into the Goff that we know. Yes, I get it. He's not mobile, and boy, do we wish he had legs and he could do the Josh Allens and he could do the Lamar Jackson stunts, and he could do, but at the same time, I'm like, Goff knows who he is and he is confident in who he is. And when the O-line does their job, I don't need another quarterback. I want him. I want Jared Goff. Heck, I mean, you even look at that bomb that he threw to J-Mo, and unless J-Mo's shoe comes off, like J-Mo's shoe comes flying off, otherwise, perfect placement. I think he makes that play, and you're just like, I don't know, the clamoring for, there's just this weird thing, and I get it, it's because we're fans and we're fanatics, and the moment something starts going wrong, everybody starts losing their mind, and you start coming up with, doctoring up all of these ideas and things that you want, and listen, I'm guilty of it too. I'm not just saying like, hey, this is just everybody else. I'm guilty of it as well. I guess what I'm trying to get at is it's still so early. Even though I hate Aaron Rodgers, I absolutely agree with what he said after their game against Seattle. Him being like, calm down, to the reporters. He's like, it's week 2. It's week 2. So this is where, like, week 1, I'm trying to be like, hey, everybody, just calm down. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Then week 2, we come out surging with 52 points. Should have been more. And you're sitting there, and now it's like you want to get elevated. And again, this is where you need that equanimity. You just need to stay calm in the midst of the storm. Whether triumph or disaster, treat those two imposters just the same. Treat them just the same and stay even. And I think if we could do that, because like right now, it's just so quick to be like, oh my God, yeah, the offense were the best. Okay, but we also played the Bears, and the Bears looked bad. They didn't look bad. They looked terrible. So it's like, let's keep it calm. Let's keep it even. We have a huge game. And you know what? We're going into 3 weeks here, and we're going up against the Ravens in Baltimore. This is going to be a test and a half, bro. Like, this is everything right here, right now, which can really, like we were talking about, me and the boys yesterday, flip the season, flip a switch, and choose a trajectory. If you get blown out by Baltimore, if you get blown out and it looks like the way it did against Green Bay, because we have such a hard schedule. Baltimore has one of the best rosters on paper, and so the Lions got to really come into this game so well prepared, containing Lamar Jackson, but they have got pieces everywhere, and like, this is a huge game and a huge test, and it's early. But if the Lions, if they can find a way to actually run with, if not beat out this team, beat out the Ravens, I mean, you're looking at a flip of the switch of what the season can be. Man, I was like, there's a chance that we lose to the Bears, and all of a sudden you're 0-2 and you're going into Baltimore, and now you're scrounging. Instead, you're sitting at 1-1. You're going into Baltimore. You have your identity as the same team that you've been, but defensively, got to show up. Brian Branch better be healthy. I know Shane Zylstra is also injured. Not sure. I'm pretty sure he was in a walking boot. That might have been per Justin Rogers. I forget where I saw that. Who said that? Might have been Predator. I cannot remember, so forgive me. And Davenport. With Davenport's injury on the edge, I cannot believe it. Like, of course he gets the sack while also doing something to his shoulder in that moment. You're like, that is the most Davenport play that could have happened, that could have taken place. So it sucks. So I know he had some ice on the shoulder, so we'll see where he's at. I mean, I don't know if we'll see him against Lamar, which that'll blow. Because one thing that's great about Hutch is like, dude, yeah, he's getting double teamed, but that opens it up for Muhammad. You see Muhammad on the other side being able to break through because, hey, Hutch has got that double team. So if the other guys elevate and you're getting double teamed on Hutch, fine, so be it. Let the other boys through. So, anyways, Isaac Tesla, Megatron 2.0. I don't know. I don't want to jump to conclusions here, but my God, can that kid play? One hand pulling that in. And again, I talked about it in the post game. I'm going to talk about it right now because I want to. Chicago trying to run off the field because the clock hits 0 and not even taking the time or the decency to allow the conversation to take place between Campbell and the referees is asinine. I hate sitting there watching that and then watching Campbell point to Ben Johnson, be like, where are they going? What is going on? It was just such a beautiful cherry on top of the stomping that took place against the Bears, making them come back as they all try to run off the field and punch in another TD just to be like, deuces, that's what you get. That's what you get. I loved it. I loved every second of it. That was probably my favorite moment of the game. But hey, man, as we continue forward, look forward to this game against the Ravens. Let's hope that Brian Branch is back, that Davenport's able to find a way back. Shane Zylstra in the boot. That's no good. But yeah, man, we will catch up on this later. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let me know how you're feeling on Victory Monday, the first one of the 2025 season.